Hey there, John Michaelides, Equity Growth Realty. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I am. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about Florida probate basics for personal representatives. Interchangeable, you'll hear the terms personal representatives, executors, administrators. For all practical purposes, they mean the same thing. So Florida probate basics for personal representatives. Let's talk some basic definitions first. What is an estate? An estate is simply what's left of the assets and liabilities when someone passes away. We call that the decedent. So the decedent's estate consists of the assets, the things that they own, and there's two kinds of property, real property and personal property. And then there's also liabilities. Those are also part of the estate. What that decedent owed to creditors, taxes, etc. So the estate comprises the totality of the assets and liabilities left behind by the decedent. Probate is the legal process through which all that gets cleared out in the eyes of the law. So first of all, an inventory is taken of all the assets and liabilities. There's a value placed on the assets, a value placed on the amount owed, the liabilities. Then there's a settling of the estate. Assets might be sold off to pay the creditors. Whatever's remaining is distributed to heirs and beneficiaries. So probate is that process of settling the assets and liabilities of the estate. The executor, or personal representative, as it's more typically called in Florida, is responsible for everything that isn't the legal stuff. So in virtually every instance in Florida, you must hire a probate attorney to guide the court process, the legal filings, the deadlines that have to be met, the notices. But there's a whole lot, quite frankly, about 80% of the things required to be handled, to be taken care of prior to the closing of an estate are non-legal. So a probate attorney handles, let's say, 20% of what needs to be done. Personal representative is responsible for that other 80%. They must administer that estate under Florida law. So they're responsible to the circuit court judge who appoints the personal representative to do everything required under Florida law as it pertains to the probate process. Makes sense? So I already said the probate court in Florida is handled by the circuit courts. The circuit courts are over a certain number of assigned counties. So for example, if you're in Manatee County or Sarasota County in Florida, that's the 12th Circuit Court. If you're in Charlotte County in Florida, that's the 20th Circuit Court. So the circuit courts handle the probate proceedings within the various counties throughout Florida. Now, personal representative, again, handles 80% of what needs to get done to settle the estate. So what does that mean? What is the non-legal stuff? Well, remember, you've got personal property, real property, and debts. Personal property is the cars, the bank accounts, the household goods, everything, all the stuff owned that had been owned by the decedent that isn't real property. And real property is a separate category. That's the land and everything attached to it. So that means houses, condominium units, rental units, plots of land, if they own a commercial building, whatever. So there's personal property that has to be dealt with, and there is real property that has to be dealt with, and then there's the debts of the estate that have to be accounted for and dealt with. All of that is the personal representative's responsibility. So let's hone in on the real estate right now. Let's say that there's a house, and let's say there are debts, and let's say the house is owned free and clear. There's not cash, there's not liquid assets in the estate to pay those debts, which must be paid in order to settle the estate, but there's a house that's worth $300,000. The estate can sell the house, and I'm making this up, pay off the $200,000 in debts that the estate owes, and then the remaining $100,000 is distributed to the beneficiaries and the heirs. So that is all done according to Florida law by the personal representative, who is responsible to the circuit court judge who has jurisdiction over that particular probate case. Understood? Look, if you've never done this before, it could be a mind blow. Hire a probate attorney to handle the legal stuff. You can also hire someone like Equity Probate Service, equityprobateservice.com, which is another enterprise I'm involved in, more as a ministry. There's no charges or fees related to that service, but Equity Probate Service can put you in touch with a certified probate expert who can help with all of the stuff that's non-legal. Do you need to find roofers? Do you need to find lawn care guys? Maybe you're going to keep a property as a rental. The heirs are going to keep a property. You need a property manager. Or if you do need to sell it, you need to find a competent real estate broker like Equity Growth Realty, someone that really understands the probate process. So there's a whole lot of things, movers and trash out and painting and all kinds of stuff that the personal representative is responsible for, that sometimes they just need a little help. So that's a quick overview of Florida probate basics for personal representatives. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me, John Michaelides, Equity Growth Realty, equitygrowthrealty.com. You can also check out equityprobateservice.com, or give me a call, 941-218-0191. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.